Hello everyone and welcome to Tea Rush. I'm Matthew.
I'm Bethany.
And today we are going to be drinking some chabana.
Which I don't know what that is. So
Great lesson here. Okay, so chabana is the term usually used for the floral arrangement at a Japanese tea ceremony.
Oh, really? Okay.
But in this case, we're using it to mean the flower that actually grows on tea plants themselves.
I didn't know they had flowers.
Turns out the Camellia sinensis plant can flower and does flower.
Why haven't I been drinking this for years?
Because I don't know. It's not very popular. I haven't seen it anywhere except for Hugo Tea. So I got a sample from Hugo with a bunch of other teas during their Black Friday sale.
Are you going to share the other teas you got?
On a different video.
Oh, okay. Right. We're going to focus on this today.
It's all about chabana today. Usually when flowers are blooming on the Camellia sinensis plant, it happens later in autumn, August, September, October, I think. This is usually not beneficial to the tea plant because you want all the nutrients going into the leaves.
You don't want the flowers.
You don't want the flowers stealing all the nutrients.
So they cut off those flowers?
So they remove them before the plant goes dormant for the winter so that everything can go to the leaves for that spring harvest.
Okay.
But in this case, some Japanese tea flowers here.
Okay.
They picked them specifically to be drank.
Okay. To be drunk?
So, yeah, to be drunken. Drinking did. Yeah, a lot of times you actually use the flowers to mix into tea and stuff, but I've never had a tea with it in there. So
I want to see it.
There you go. The tea flower. Another fun note, this actually has caffeine in it.
Excellent.
Most herbals don't. So if you call it an herbal, people might be confused thinking it has no caffeine, but this has about a third as much caffeine as you'll find from the leaves.
Can we drink it now?
Well, now that I've finished all my fun facts, I guess we can. Let's see what this looks like.
Ooh, they're flowers.
Uh-huh. So they have... So you have the white leaves of the flower called...
Petals?
Petals, thank you. The white petals, and then inside you should have some yellow of the stamen. I'm not aware of any processing that they do on it beyond just drying them out. But some people say that you can age them and that they actually taste better after they've been aged. Kind of like, why don't we brew some up?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
So recommendation is 190 degrees Fahrenheit, 88 Celsius, which is kind of surprising because typically for tisanes or flowers, you do closer to boiling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, apparently using too hot of water is going to make them not quite as palatable, a little more bitter, and too soapy is what people say. Yeah, it can get pretty soapy. We'll see. Okay, smell these for me.
Okay. With my eyes closed, if I didn't have a visual, I would not think I was smelling flowers.
Okay. It's like butter mixed with apple cider.
Yeah, I was about to say there's a strong fruit smell.
But like some acidity too. I'm getting that. Yeah, my mind keeps going to apple cider. Like apple cider vinegar.
Yeah.
Sorry. First taste ever of chabana.
It's kind of a fun word to say, chabana.
First impression of the flower from the tea plant.
Just not much flavor.
It was very weak.
Yeah, very weak.
I'm not sure about that 20-second steep.
Let's brew that a little longer. I mean, other than that, I just get this like kind of stale flavor on my tongue, which isn't unpleasant.
A real distant perfume.
Yeah.
You gotta really like find it though.
Yeah. I think we need to brew it longer.
Let's do it. Maybe I'll get them a little more soaked this time.
Okay.
You know, it's funny because it specifically said to not do a rinse. I'm like, could have used a rinse. Darker color there. Mm-hmm. Very pale. I don't know. White wine?
Mm-hmm. Nice. Like a Pinot Grigio.
You say so. Take 2 on this.
Take 2. A little more of the same. I mean, a little
Same
stronger.
flavors, yeah.
Yeah, same flavor. So I get one primary flavor. I am not getting much.
It's very close to the smell. Just like less of it.
Yeah.
A little rose, a little apple cider vinegar, and a little bit of butter.
I mean, maybe because I actually do drink rose.
You're like, no.
No.
You're wrong.
There's no rose in here. I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe
like,
actually, you know, sorry, I'm just correcting myself. It's closer to chamomile.
Yes, it is closer to chamomile, not rose.
So they're worried about making it soapy. I'm not worried about that. So should we just go ahead and brew it hard?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Much darker.
a little darker, yep.
The wet flowers basically just look like the dry
Chickpeas.
flower. Chickpeas, oh my gosh, you're right.
It looks like chickpeas that's like the shell is coming off. They're not attractive.
Yeah, the petals turn translucent. And yeah, looks like the skin of chickpeas. Wow. Good call on that.
Yeah, and now I'm going to feel like I'm drinking chickpea water.
There's something else in here. It's
Yeah,
like burnt caramel?
Yeah.
Burnt something.
But I don't get
Stick
that.
your nose in there.
Yeah, I like more so than when I was smelling the lid. Yeah, I get the burnness even more. But a pleasant one, like, oh no, I just left something in the oven. Oh, I got it just in time.
Yeah, or like when I would like put the sweet sauce on the Brussels sprouts and then put them in the oven and it like caramelized on them.
Or like, you know, the Chris Hindle Market when they do like, what do they roast? Is it chestnuts on an open fire?
That sounds right.
I know, that kind of, it makes me kind of think of that smell too.
Okay. Chestnuts. Add that picture to the border. Okay. Strong steep.
That was not pleasant. We should.
There's a reason they have you brew it weak.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a reason.
That is whatever. Before it was very drinkable, even though it wasn't like I was loving that flavor. This is not drinkable.
This is harsh on the roof of your mouth and kind of the middle of the tongue.
Kind of all over my tongue.
The soapy flavor makes sense that people describe. So you have to brew it weak in order to not get it soapy, but when you brew it weak, there's not a whole lot of flavor, and you should probably just be drinking rose or chamomile at that point.
Yeah, I mean, if you like that sort of thing.
There's that. If anybody has tried chabana, the actual flower from the tea plant, and drank it, tasted it, let us know what you thought of it.
Or if we brewed this wrong, let us know.
Probably. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.